I am sitting inside a John Deere Gator that hasn't been started. I think for at least a year. You can tell it's the accumulation of dust. But let's see if we can get this thing started. And I don't think there's any juice, but let's try it. Yeah, nothing. Guess that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, no lights, nothing. So I'm inside a shed and there's no room to really work in here, so let me push this thing out and I'll meet you on the other side of the shed. Look what I found on the roof of this thing, an old bird's nest. The battery is underneath the seat here, right there. It looks new. It's an Everstart, but it's not new. It's been sitting a long time. I need to pull this thing out and take it inside to charge it. I didn't notice the date code before. It's November 2017, so it's close to 7 years old. Anyway, I've got put it on a charger at 6 amps for 60 minutes and see what happens. Believe it or not, I was able to get this 6.5-year-old battery to hold a charge, so let's put this back in the Gator. Alright, let's see what this does now. I don't know how I'm going to put this on the steering wheel. So operate the choke over here and the ignition switch down there. See what happens. Alright, let me see. Alright, it's a fuel problem. Let's this is such a pain to work on because everything's covered up and you gotta take a lot of stuff off just to do simple things, but let's start doing that. First thing I need to do is take off the bed of this thing, and it is held on by two pins here. There's one over here, and then I can lift it off of here. So I took the bed off and I removed part of the air filter cover, and what I want to do is spray some carb cleaner into the carburetor inlet and see if it will turn over. But I want to do that while the engine is turning over using the starter, so let me set up the camera in a different position. So I got the camera on the steering wheel. I'm going to put my foot on the brake and I'm going to operate the ignition lock switch with my left hand and spray into the carb inlet with my right hand. And there is nothing. I'm in the process of pulling all the plastic panels off of this. I think I need to remove the air filter housing, and to get that off I think I need to remove this backrest. So I'm in the process of doing that, and I thought I would stop and check for spark on the spark plug. I can't find my spark tester, so I'm just going to pull the plug out and do it the old-fashioned way. That's not the good way to do it, because when a spark plug is under compression, it requires more voltage for a spark to jump the gap, and because you see spark when the plug's out of the cylinder doesn't always mean it's generating enough voltage or good voltage to jump the gap under compression. So, but anyway, I'm gonna do that and see what happens. Yeah, it's sparking. Let me continue on. Let me know in the comments section if you want to see all this busy work, like pulling all these Torx bolts. I mean, there's got to be like 50 Torx bolts holding all this plastic on. Let me know if you want to see that in the comments section. But I'm going to continue on without filming it and assume that it's just too boring to film it. So I'll be back. So I pulled off all this crap. I mean, all the stuff here. Back seat. Had to pull off the seat belt. All this stuff and all this plastic housing, decorative pieces. Still surprised this doesn't start with it. With the carb cleaner, shooting it in the carburetor. I don't get anything, but I went ahead and pulled off the cover on this engine to get to the carburetor, and I pulled off this solenoid that is a fuel shutoff, and it was just tighter than it was tight. It wouldn't move. And what it should do is when you turn on the key, it should pull itself in to let gas flow in. And there's only one wire going to it, and it's got to be grounded for it to work. And let me set up the camera and I'll show you. I got it working now, and see if that makes a difference. So here's the solenoid, which was stuck before. And I'll turn the key on and nothing happens because it needs to be grounded. It's grounded through the body of the solenoid, so let me put it here against the carburetor and turn the key on, and you can see it's moving in to let gas flow, and then it moves back out, spring loaded to move back out. So it appears to be working now. Let me reinstall this and see if that makes a difference. Oh, I really screwed up. I tried to start it and it started, and I should have filmed it and I didn't. I'm sorry. But it's running now. That's what it was that stuck solenoid. Just gonna let it run a little while. I don't know if I filmed it, I also checked the oil to make sure the oil was a proper level. I'm just going to let it run for a while and heat up to normal operating temperature before I start to put everything back together. Here's one of the plastic panel pieces for the side, and I just want to show you. They're all similar, and they all use these attachments here for the bolts, and all the bolts are the same size, and they're all Torx, so you can't really mix them up. There's only a couple that have extra washers, and it's easy to remember where they go. So thought I'd put this on. This fits into place like that. to do this with a camera. I kind of need a tripod for this stuff, but hold on. There it goes. And then that's how it fits. Then there's this piece. Goes underneath. Like that, and then all these pieces are similar, and but anyway, I thought I'd show that. It's back together and running. Do a complete walk around. Thought I'd take it for a quick test ride. Go check out a shed over here and see if there's any black vultures nesting in the shed. Some deer. I guess you can't see it. Sometimes there's black vultures nesting here. You can see all the poop from them sitting on that post, those posts. Nope, nothing. So anyway, the problem with this Gator, it's equipped with a Briggs Stratton V-twin, was that solenoid shutoff valve. It just corroded and wouldn't retract to let fuel flow. So I don't know, maybe somebody will find this video helpful, and thanks for watching.